Many voices have echoed through the hallowed grounds of Florida State University, through the television and radio airwaves. But for generations of Seminoles fans, one voice has been the strongest. Since 1974, Gene Deckerhoff has taken the plays, the players, and the incredible moments and brought them all to life. Moments created with passion and remembered in echoes. Many know the man, but few know the story.
Consultant to the radio station in Bradenton, where I really developed my broadcasting of play-by-play of football and basketball, was hired to be the general manager at WTNT Radio in Tallahassee, Florida. And he called me up, said, I'm going to go up to Tallahassee. I want to bring you up to Tallahassee to broadcast Florida State sports. WTNT Radio could not do Florida State football for the first 5 or 6 years, but basketball was available. And from 1974, and about 43 years ago, started broadcasting Florida State basketball, Tiny Tully Gym. That's where the roots of broadcasting Florida State began.
40 years of FSU basketball games, 37 years of Seminole football games. Deckerhoff has been a visionary in every season, with his unique inflection and passionate calls. In 1981, he co-hosted a weekly segment that brought the FSU community closer to a rising program and a rising coach, The Bobby Bowden Show.
Bobby Bowden, a Southern gentleman with charm, and he really loved football, the most competitive guy I've ever met, but you never know it. As nice a guy off the field as you'd ever want to meet. Always, hey buddy, hey gal, how you doing? Hey, Coach Bowden, I got a chance to do NFL football on Sunday. Why do you have to ask me, Gene? Jeannie says, Coach, and I said, because we may have to do your TV show at midnight or at 1 o'clock in the morning so I can go do a Bucks game. And Bobby Bowden, the only coach in America, said, Gene, I think it's great you can do NFL football as long as you keep doing us. I'll do the show whenever you just keep me awake during the commercials. Oh, the coach's show was between radio and the fans, the visual picture.
From the Bowden Show to segments with Pat Kennedy, Steve Robinson, and now the Leonard Hamilton Show, Deckerhoff brought the fans closer to the game than ever before.
His job, and he's the best I've ever seen, at painting that word picture so in the mind's eye you can see exactly what's going on. He is a pro's pro. He could do a 12-hour broadcast. He kind of does play-by-play during his everyday life. You know, he just talks and talks with anybody. He's that nice and friendly.
To this day, hearing Gene call the action is always an all-access pass. Every call has been important, but to Deckerhoff, a few have stood out among the rest.
It's caught! It's caught! It's caught! Touchdown, Florida State. Touchdown. For me, Kelvin Benjamin's catch is number 1, Pombrewski's number 2, and you got to throw Dion in there. The tremendous choke at Doak, Florida State coming back from down 28 points in the 4th quarter, and Danny Cannell at quarterback, and then Rock Preston scoring the time. Preston 3-2-1, touchdown, FSU, touchdown, Florida State. That is right in the top 5 or 6.
470 FSU football games, nearly 1,200 Seminole basketball games, and many incredible moments up in the broadcast booth. But one of Gene's trademark calls in particular, when a Seminole reaches the end zone, is music to a fan's ear.
Dalvin Cook at the 5-yard line takes a snap, goes in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown! Touchdown!
Touchdown, Florida State!
My dad, he didn't like whoever the TV play-by-play was. He would turn them off, mute the television. He'd bring out this old radio that he used to have just so he could listen to Gene. To know that no matter who the coaches are, to know no matter who the players are, that same warm voice is going to come across that radio. There's a comfort there, and there's a familiarity there that maybe you don't always get on the field, and that's why I think fans love Gene so much.
I was 10 years old, and I snuck the radio on after my bedtime, and was listening to Gene call Florida State beating Wichita State in the NIT. I don't think you can associate Florida State without Gene Deckerhoff being a part of it in some way.
Good shot! Noles win! Noles win!
The coaches and the players have changed with the seasons, but the voice of Florida State has remained the same. Gene Deckerhoff left his mark on the school, the athletic department, and the community with his trademark enthusiasm, and his legacy will live on well after he makes his final call.
Florida State University is special to me, and it's special to all who wear garnet and gold. I got a tie that says Florida State right here, and I'm a Florida State Seminole through and through. People say, well, you went to the University of Florida, you're a Gator. I'm not a Gator. Any win Florida State has over Florida and over Miami are my favorite football games. I'll promise you that.
He is the greatest ambassador for Florida State athletics that we've ever had, to the point where both football and basketball players, guys, will come up to him and ask him, Gene, will you do it? Will you do it, Gene? Will you do it? And he immediately knows what it is.
Touchdown FSU, touchdown Florida State. 1,985 times I've been able to say, touchdown Florida State.
I'm Michael Hudak for Seminole Sports Magazine.